Elementary. Mrs. Kaufman here to share with you Barrett Bookapalooza 2020. My family and I want to get you excited about summer reading and writing. While you're at home over the summer, there are so many ways that you can engage with your books besides just reading with them. I want to share reading play dates. How can you play with books? I'm going to show you today. The first way that you can play with books is to play school. And there's a couple of ways that you can play school. The first way you can play school is to read aloud and be the teacher. I'm going to be the teacher today. You could invite your stuffed animals to be your students, or you can invite any family member to be your student. I'm going to read aloud the merry-go-round. The merry-go-round. Listen up, Kate and Thomas. Come here, James, said Dad. Come here, Kate. Come here, Nick. Look at the merry-go-round.
Wow.
Oh, I'm glad you like the book. Look at James. James is up on a pig. What kind of things would you want to ride on a merry-go-round?
A penguin. Ooh, maybe like a duck?
Yeah. Well, another way that you can do a play date and be the teacher is to do a shared reading. So now I'm going to invite my family or my stuffed animals to read with me as I read the book. So read with me, please. Look at Kate. Kate is up on a duck. We're having so much fun. We're reading aloud together. We're doing a share. I want to show you a second way to have a reading play date. You can play games with your books. There's so many different games to play. The first game I want to show you is called Alphabet Pop It. You can find an ABC book that you have at home, like Superhero ABC, or another book, and you're going to look at the pictures and think about what is the beginning letter or sound for that picture. So this says A. What is something? Astroman. And then
Alien.
Oh, and aliens. What about for B?
Bubbleman.
And I also see a bad guy, the letter B.
He's flying
Now,
on bubbles.
Let me show you about the next game you can play. It's on a snap word hunt. And we're going to go back to the merry-go-round book, and we're going to find words we know in a snap. Can you find a word you know in a snap?
Dad.
Oh, what's a word you know in a snap?
Nick.
So a word I know in a snap is said and hear. You can do that with so many books. The next game I want to show you is called Guess What's Next. We're going to use the book Camp Tiger. It's about a boy who goes camping in the woods with his family. And while we are working on the tent, everything gets really still. My mom puts out her hand in a way that means don't move and don't talk. A tiger steps silently out of the woods and stands next to the stone fireplace. Guess what's next? What do you think might happen next in the story?
Well, maybe the boy and his whole family are gonna run, and maybe the tiger's gonna eat all their food. Maybe the tiger's gonna run away.
Oh, maybe the tiger will run away. Great ideas about what might happen next. The next game that you can play with your books is Guess the Feeling. This story is called Saffron Ice Cream. And a girl has just moved to the United States. And my name is Rasheen. And this is my first trip to the beach. Oh, not just any beach. I mean to an American beach in Brooklyn. That's where I live now. How do you think she's feeling?
I think she might be feeling a little scared, but she also might.
Why would she be scared?
Because this is not her real life. She just moved here.
Yeah, so she's scared about what the beach is like in
And
America.
She might be worried because she might not be able to swim.
Oh, yeah. So you'll have to read to find out what happens in Saffron Ice Cream. The next game you can play is called What's the Same, What's Different? So this story is called Those Shoes. And in this story, a boy has to find new shoes because his feet are too small. And he doesn't like the shoes that he ends up with. He feels like they're baby shoes. And then this is the story of I Am a Cat. And the kitty cat from the house has to prove that she's a real cat, just like the tiger and the leopard. So think about, how are they the same and different? Well, I think they're different because this is about a person and this is about animals. But what I think is the same about these books is that the boy in this story is feeling out of place because he's not accepted maybe by his shoes. And this cat feels a little out of place too because she's a house cat. Now you can also play that game with chapter books too.
Yeah.
So I have some chapter books here, and we've been reading at my house Heidi Heckelbeck. She is a girl who has special powers. And then we've also been reading Front Desk. In this story, the girl is a detective. And in this story, Heidi Heckelbeck also has to solve problems. So that's how they're the same. But this book does not have magic, and this book does. So you can play What's the Same Different with chapter books too. You can play all these games with chapter books. Let me tell you the third way that you can play with books. You can play pretend. There are 3 ways that you can play pretend. You can read a book with feeling and change your voice to match the characters and the action in the story. You can play pretend by using gestures, and you can play pretend by acting out the story. So I'm going to show you a couple of these. This is one of my family's favorite books. It's called Benji, the Bad Day, and Me. In this story, Samuel, actually, the older brother, ends up having a bad day. And it's usually Benji that's having the bad day. So right here, it shows that Samuel spilled his milk all over the table and he's crying. So I could act that out with gestures. I could show the milk falling over the table and yeah, I'm using gestures to show what happens. Then, what happens in the story, it says, "Ka-thunk, Benji's coming out. He holds his blanket up high and tiptoes through the block city. Benji spreads his blanket on the floor. What's he doing? He pulls me down on the fuzzy blueness and makes me lie straight and still. Then he rolls me up over and over. He works hard to wrap me up tight." So now Kate and Thomas are going to show you how you can actually act this out. Yes. So Benji takes Samuel and brings him over to the blanket and wraps him up tight. Wraps him up tight. Just like in the story. Boys and girls, it is so fun having a reading play day. I hope you'll do these reading play dates over the summer too, so that you can stay engaged with books and with writing. Barrett Bookapalooza 2020. Have a great summer reading and writing.
Bye. Have a good summer.
Hi Barrett readers, Miss Rente here. Today I want to talk to you about a way that you can keep your love of reading up over the summer, and that is book buzzing. When you buzz about a book, you share why somebody else should read it, what was so great about it, just overall, you're trying to convince them that it's a great book and that it's a good book for them. So right now, it might be difficult for you to buzz a book with a friend in person, or with somebody who doesn't live in your home. So if you or your family have a phone, an iPad, a computer, these are all ways that you can buzz about a book with a friend or a family member. So today I'm going to buzz about Molly Mack, Magic Molly by Marty Kelly. Now, Molly is a mischievous little girl. Like, that means she's always getting into a little bit of trouble, but she's very funny. And in this book, her and her best friend Kaylee explore what it might be like to be a magician. See, Molly was inspired when she went and watched a magic show by Amazing Marvin, and he cut his assistant in half. She was so impressed that he could do that that she decides she herself wants to become a magician. But Molly isn't quite understanding how to do that. it's not the best idea to go around trying to cut your friends in half. So if you want to find out how it is that Molly takes on learning to be a magician, then you're going to want to read Molly Mack by Marty Kelly.
Oh, hey there, Barrett Tigers. I almost didn't see you there. I had my nose stuck in this really great book. One thing that I really love to do over the summer, especially when it's too hot outside to go out there, I love curling up in a cozy, comfy spot of my home and just getting lost in a really great story. You can do that too this summer. All you really need is a blanket. You can grab one from your bed, maybe some comfy pillows. You can sit on your couch or make a cozy spot on the floor. Bring a stuffed animal if you want. Bring your brother or sister. Another fun tip is grabbing a nice big stack of books so you don't even have to get up from your cozy spot. You can just keep reading. I hope you'll try that this summer with me.
Hey Barrett Tigers, happy Bookapalooza week. Today I'm going to show you how to sign up for the summer reading program from the Arlington Public Library. The first stop is the Barrett website. You're going to go to barrett.apsva.us. If you look at the top, you'll see the website. Now, once you're at the website, if you or your family would rather read the website in a different language, you can have it translated. So if you look at the top, we have Spanish, Mongolian, Amharic, Arabic, or if you click the world, you get a whole list of different languages that you could have the website translated to. Okay? But once you get it to either English or the language you would like to read it in, you're going to click Library. So here we are at the library. The first thing I want to show you is library book return is next week on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. You're going to bring the book based on your schedule here, based on what grade you are in, and based on who in your house is the oldest grade. So if you have an older brother or sister and they go to Barrett and they're in third grade, you're going to bring your books on the third grade day, no matter what grade you're in. If you can't make it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, you can bring it on Friday between 8 and 10:30 or 1:30 and 4. So I'm going to keep going down because I'm trying to sign up for the summer reading program. Here is a link that says sign up for the summer reading program here, or I can click the picture. So I'm going to click it and see what happens. So here we are, summer reading for all ages, June 1st through September 1st. So it already has started, but that's okay because you only have to read for 30 days. And between now and September 1st is a lot longer than 30 days. It's almost 90 days. So click join now. And then you're going to go down to find where to sign up. It says sign up online in Beanstack. Beanstack is another website that the library is going to use to read, to track your reading. So you're going to click sign up. And you can sign up as a family if you want. So you're going to click register an individual or family. And you have to have a mom or a dad or another adult help you sign up. So they are going to click I'm an adult registering a child. Then all they need is their name. They don't have to put anything else if they don't want to. So they can do their first name and their last name. If you want to win a prize, though, you have to put in either an email address or a phone number, but you don't have to. It's up to you. Just a first name and a last name of your mom or your dad or whoever is helping you sign up. Then they need to put your name, first name and last name, how old you are, what grade you are in, and then choose the school. So you're going to choose Barrett. Okay? Once you're done with that, you click next and you're all signed up. Then when you come back to the Beanstack website, you're going to click sign in and you're going to use your email address or a phone number. I already signed up. I'm an adult, so I'm doing the Adult Summer Reading Challenge. I'm going to look at the top where it says log reading and activities and click the button. I'm going to log a day, right? Because I read today. And if you look, there's a green dot on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which means I have already read on the day. So to log like another day, if it was Thursday, I would click that and I would get a dot. I would click log and then I would have 4 dots. So you just need to have 30 dots and then you're all done. I hope that everyone can sign up for the Arlington summer reading program. And I hope to see a lot of Barrett readers who are reading and tracking their reading all summer long. If you have any questions, you can email me. My email address is on the screen, or you can contact your teacher and they can help you get in touch with me, and I can help you set up your account if you need help. All right, enjoy reading and have a great summer.
Hello, Barrett Tigers. This is Mrs. Flores, and I am here to talk to you about Barrett Book Blast 2020. When we first started Book Blast, we were always outside of the gates of Ballston. Your teachers would come, librarians would come, and you guys came to be able to shop for books and take home books that you would like to read over the summer. When it got a little bit too hot for us out there, we moved inside and we found a nice place inside Gates of Ballston for us to do our book shopping each week. But all along, our biggest goal has been to get everybody in our Barrett community, pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, and even our fifth graders, great books to read over the summer. But now we are in the time of coronavirus, and things are a little bit different. But with the help of the Barrett PTA, we've come up with a new way for Barrett Book Blast to provide you with books to read this summer. We aren't going to be able to come each week to Gates of Ballston and shop. Sadly, that is not a choice for us. But we're really excited because Miss Miranda, Mr. Daddario, Mr. Stewart, and I went to school and we packed up bags of books for you to be able to take home for the whole summer. You won't return them like you normally do until school starts. The way we're going to do this is on Tuesday, June 23rd and Thursday, June 25th from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Your parents can come to Barrett. You can come with them. That is their choice to pick up the bags of books. You will not be able to shop for the books, but the teachers will be there to help make sure that you get a book bag that meets what you like to read and what's good for you to read. So we are looking forward to seeing you then. You're going to come, somebody from your family can come to Barrett on Tuesday, June 23rd or Thursday, June 25th between 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. They don't have to stay the whole time. You just come and they tell us what grade you are in and what your name is, and we're going to give them a bag of books that we have already packed up for you. And then you'll have a lot more books to read at your house over the summer. I hope that somebody in your family will be able to come by one of these days to get books. We're really going to miss seeing you each week at Barrett Book Blast, but we're feeling really happy that you are going to have books in your hands to enjoy throughout the summer.
Hey Barrett Tigers, Miss Hyges here to talk with you about Bookapalooza, or as I am going to call it in my segment, Write a Bookapalooza. That's right. We are going to focus on ways to keep your writing muscles strong this summer, but more importantly, to tell your story this summer, okay? One way you can tell your story is to keep a journal. You might have a writer's notebook at home. You might have a few pieces of paper you could staple or paperclip together to keep your journal. In here, you can write anything. Stories, doodles, you can write your personal thoughts, poems, whatever you want in your journal to write a Bookapalooza. Now, the next thing you might try is keeping a newspaper. That's right. You can write your own newspaper, maybe a family newspaper. You might call up Grandma and say, Grandma, what have you been up to? You know, like tell us what's going on, and then write it up for the rest of your family to have. Interview your cousins, add everybody in there, and then your whole family will know what's going on with everybody. Another thing you might do for Write a Bookapalooza is to try your own graphic novel. Third graders have been doing this. Here's a graphic novel I started in my journal, in my writer's notebook, and I made up my own panels, my own story. You can write up your own story, or you might even turn one of your favorite books into a graphic novel. The next thing you might try is making your own little mini book, like this. My friend, Ms. Kaufman, taught me how to do this. So, to make your own mini book, you take a regular piece of paper, fold it into eighths, 8 equal parts. That's right, even doing some math during Write a Bookapalooza. All right, once you have 8 equal parts, you open it up and fold it like a hamburger again, okay? Then you just take a pair of scissors, carefully cut, sorry about the dog, carefully cut the middle right there, open it up, and then you gotta play with it a little bit to get the book to kind of come together and look like this. Let's see how I did it. Oh yeah, you gotta kind of squish it like that to come together. And then you've got your 4-page mini book. All right, the final thing you might do during Write a Bookapalooza this summer is to publish it. That's right, share your book with your family, with your friends. Call them, FaceTime them, read it to them. Yeah, read it through the window, okay? So, writers, readers, I hope you have a wonderful summer. I hope it's full of a lot of books and a lot of stories that you write. Have a good one.
Hi and welcome, readers and writers. I'm Mrs. Colombo, and as part of our special edition of Bookapalooza 2020, I'm going to talk to you today about a really fun and exciting way to bring reading or keep reading alive in your own home over the summer. So that way would be to start a passion project. A passion project is something that you have a strong interest in and you want to learn more about. This might be because you read a really cool book and you found out information that you didn't know before and you want to share it and you want to learn more about it. So in order to do that, you might need to do some research. Or you might just have an interest in doing something and already know a lot about a certain topic, but you might want to learn even more and be able to teach it to someone else. So one way to get started on a project such as a passion project is by brainstorming some of these ideas. And then you can pick one or two that you might want to do some further research on and read more about. So right here I have my own reader's notebook or reader's journal. And I've brainstormed some ideas that came to my mind. So as we've been away from school, you might have been taking up some new interests and hobbies. And you also might just want to learn more about ones that you already know a lot about. So I have on here baking and cooking. That's a fun one. Arts and crafts. What to do with all those popsicle sticks now that it's summertime and you've been eating lots of popsicles. You can use some reusable materials. You could find a book about crafting and artwork. If you're really curious to learn more information about sports and athletes, maybe important people that inspire you, then you could find some books about them and you could write about them. Many of you have probably been doing some gardening or watching your parents do gardening outside. This would be a really exciting one to write about. All the materials that you need to be able to start a garden and do your plantings. And the fifth one I have on here is vacations. So if you were reading a book and found a setting that made you think more about, maybe it's a place that you want to visit, you might want to learn more about it. Or maybe you want to try and get your parents to get on board on taking you to a certain destination that you would really love to visit or go to. So no matter the reason or what your interest, try it out.